was a pretty long nap, YouTube. It has been a minute since I have made a video, and I'm gonna kind of go over what the hell happened. So I was looking through my stuff. Last I left y'all, I was working on that black Jeep Wrangler. Well, as any of you who have been watching the channel for a little while will know, I go through cars faster than anybody, I would say. I really don't know who goes through cars faster than me, and that includes like probably famous people. I switch cars like every 3 months, and the cause of that is I have a price for every vehicle I have. It does not matter how much blood, sweat, and tears I put into my cars. When it comes to somebody wanting to buy a vehicle from me, it has a price. So I'm gonna keep it short. Jeep's gone. The F-250, the white 6.0 F-250, gone. I still have the gray Dodge. The white dually, gone. But I have the gray Dodge. It's running great. It's been super reliable. We've been towing with it. We've been using it. We've daily driven it. It is a great vehicle. That 12 valve just keeps putting along. And I actually bought, whenever I sold the dually, I actually paid somebody to have the transmission on that truck completely rebuilt with heavy duty torque converter, heavy duty clutch packs. I mean, that thing will be, basically, it is good for about 450 horsepower, which I know there's guys on YouTube that are like what's it called? I can't remember their name. The guys from Utah. I can't remember their names. Anyway, those guys build like 3,000 horsepower engines. I'm not doing that. I literally use my truck for exactly what it's for, towing. That's it. I tow with my truck a lot. So the only issue we've been having with it is it tends to overheat, and I put a new fan clutch on it, and that helped a lot, because before it was just staying hot. Even while idling, it would not cool off. I was having to like take water bottles and pour it in the radiator, like pour it on the radiator just to get it to cool off. Jesus. Anyway, so I'm going to do a coolant flush. I have a feeling maybe the radiator is plugged up and it's not cooling the way it's supposed to. I checked, I watched some videos, and there's one guy that was like stuffed in between the radiator and the intercooler. It was just full of like leaves and shrubs and shit. But that truck's super clean. I mean, there's no leaves or shrubs or anything in it. So the only thing I can think of is it's a stock, I think it's a stock radiator. I don't know if the heater core is stock, but we're gonna do a coolant flush on it. We're gonna flush the hell out of it today. I bought 2 bottles of coolant flush, like that pre-stone coolant flush, and I'm having my dad drive the truck right now to do the coolant flush on it. And but I also have a new project. So I have you guys know, if I'm getting rid of something, I'm probably buying something. So I got a new project. It's a 1994 Dodge Ram 1500 with a 5.2 liter V8, single cab, short bed, 4-wheel drive, automatic. And this thing it's a pile, but mechanically it's pretty good. Like, the transmission shifts good, the axles are good, the 4-wheel drive works, the engine, it runs super smooth, super strong. Right now I am...
George went up the trail. Did he ever drive any?
What the hell? What? Oh my God. Sorry. I don't know what happened. The radio just started acting stupid. Anyway, runs, drives great. I think the only issue with the transmission I'm having, I think, is the torque converter is shuddering. Luckily on that truck, the torque converter is like 121 bucks, brand new. So I'm probably just gonna buy it, and I may put it in myself. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm getting very tired of always fixing something and never enjoying it. And it's been fun buying, selling, trading. and all that, but I think I'm just about burnt out on it. And I'm not burnt out on working on cars. I love working on my own vehicles. I'm burnt out on, you know, trading and, you know, buying a new project, getting it running good, someone buying it, and then I have to go buy another project, get it running good, and it's just a cycle over and over again, which I'm not gonna lie, every time I sell a vehicle, I make some money on it. So it's kind of nice, you know, every 3 or 4 months, it's like getting a big bonus. But I'm at the point where I don't really care for big bonuses like that or big money like that. I really just want to build something that I can go out and have fun with and still daily drive. This is why the Dodge for me, I think, was kind of perfect, because it's got a V8, it's a pickup truck, you know, it's got good towing capability. So if I ever need to, you know, have to, I don't want to, but if I ever have to tow like my Bobcat with the small trailer we have, or even go pull the diesel home because it broke down or something, or load it on a trailer and tow it home, I can still do that. And at the same time, I can build it up a little bit, you know, maybe re-gear the axles. I was really thinking about doing a doubler setup for the transfer case to get really low gearing, because honestly it would cost about the same as re-gearing the axles, and so we'll see. But I don't plan on doing anything, I really don't plan on doing anything bigger than 35s until I do axle re-gearing. If I re-gear the axles, I'll go up to 37s, but that's about it. I don't want to go any bigger than that. The only issue we've been having the Dodge right now is it uses a shit ton of gas. Like, I'm getting 5 miles per gallon. It's horrible. So I'm chalking it up to the O2 sensor. Now this is like OBD1 technology, so I only have one oxygen sensor, and I don't have two, and my check engine light is on. So I'm thinking that the oxygen sensor is bad. I already have it at the house. We're gonna change that out today. So we got a few things to do. Oh, the transfer case has been making noise. I can hear it while it's running. That when I get on it, you hear it, and then when I let off the gas, you hear it. And everything I've seen is one of two things: either the chain is loose, or the snap ring that holds the output shaft breaks. It's actually a fairly common thing on MP231s, because that's what's in it. It breaks, and that output shaft slides back and forth. Whenever I bought the truck, the previous owner told me that it does grind a lot trying to get it into 4-wheel drive. So he says he would turn the truck off, put it in neutral, then put it in 4-wheel drive, which makes sense. So nothing is spinning, and you know, it's not causing any damage. So I ordered what's called a transfer case saver, which I didn't even know this was a thing. And so I ordered that. We're gonna get that installed. Even if the snap ring's not the problem, we're gonna take it off and put the transfer case saver on there, because we're already gonna have it apart. You have to take it apart to check it. And on top of that, it's a lot stronger setup than just having the snap ring. And if we're gonna be off-roading this truck and daily driving it, I want something that's gonna be built to last and stand the test of time. So we're gonna do that. We're also going to drain the transfer case fluid and put brand new oil in it. I think it's been leaking, so we might have to figure out a way to get it sealed up. The drain plug is kind of wet. It looks wet, and it looks like it's been dripping, maybe very slowly. So we're definitely going to check the level, but we're going to check the level, but we're going to drain it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then we're going to get all the AC, all the factory AC on that truck is there. So I think the AC does work. And Sunday we're going to go over to Perry's house and check and see. We bought some stuff. I bought some refrigerant. I bought some stuff that's called Red Angel that we've used actually quite a bit before. I've never posted it on the channel, but we have used it before, and it's like a heavy duty leak, leak sealer. So Perry said if we pull vacuum and it holds pressure or holds vacuum for at least more than I think he said more than 10 minutes, then even if it does start to lose vacuum after about 10 minutes, then the leak is small enough that the Red Angel will repair it. So I trust him. He used to work at a shop and he knows a lot more about AC systems than I do. That's like the one thing I hate working on is AC systems. I don't like it. I don't know why. It just, I don't know. I don't like it. I know it's a closed system. It's very simple in most cases. I just hate working on it. And so that is what, so a lot of what I just talked about we're going to be doing today. We have a trip next weekend to my cousin's ranch in Palestine. There's a possibility that I might use the Dodge to do a little bit of off-roading because she's got, I think it's like a couple hundred acres. I don't remember how many acres. There's a lot of acres they bought out there. But I want the Dodge to be ready to make the trip to Palestine because I'm going to drive it there, and to be able to off-road while we're there and then come back, you know, make the trip back. I don't want to have to tow it there. Mainly because I'm probably going to borrow my brother's RV to go stay out there, and we're going to use the Dodge to tow the RV there. Sorry, I say the Dodge, but I mean the Cummins, the 2500. We have two Dodges now. I guess we're Dodge people now. Mopar, no car. Anyway, we're going to be towing with the Cummins, so we got to get the coolant situation fixed before next weekend. And we are fixing things on the Dodge to make it run better, get a little bit better gas mileage. Like, I know these trucks don't get great gas mileage, but I know they get more than 5 miles per gallon. I mean, I've had friends that own this second gen Dodges with 5.2, even the 5.9, and they're still getting 13, 14 miles per gallon highway, which is almost 3 times as much as what I'm getting now. So for me, that's a win. If I get 10, that's 100% better gas mileage. That is double what I'm getting now. So I'm completely okay with going from 120 miles per tank to 240. I would be just fine with that. So I'm rambling. Just wanted to give y'all an update on what's going on. Let's go get into this and we'll get started. See y'all at home. All right, we are home now, and I am introducing you to this nice big piece of junk. And as I was saying, yeah, mechanically it's great, but yeah, we're gonna have to build a dash for this thing. Which I actually watched the video, Legacy 4x4 or Legacy Off-Road or something like that. He has a really good video of actually making a dash for these second gens. And so I'm just really gonna copy what he did. Not today. We still got the oxygen sensor. Got the oxygen sensor and the transfer case saver. But I don't like working under here because it's crammed, which is why I like working early in the morning so I can back it out. So we're gonna back her out and get started on that. I'm gonna make 2 separate videos, one of the transfer case saver and one of the oxygen saver. So if you wanna watch each video, you're gonna have to go find each individual video. Or you know what, I'll keep this one as the oxygen sensor, and the next video will be the transfer case saver. So let's get to it. Okay, fires right up. She sounds really good. All right, we don't want her getting too hot, so let's hurry up and back her out so I'm not burning myself on the exhaust. Thought the roof was gonna hit, but it didn't. All right, let's get to it. All right, so the oxygen sensor on these, and I believe this is how they are. There it is. I believe this is how they are. 1994, 1995 is only gonna have one oxygen sensor. I've looked everywhere for the pigtail, for a second one, and I can't find one. So that is the one we're gonna take off and be replacing. So let's go ahead and get that done. This is fairly simple. I don't really think I need to go into detail on how to take this off, but let me set you guys up and we'll get this taken off. Okay, so Houston, I think we have a problem. So trying to find the connector and I cannot find it anywhere. I think this thing was spliced in. Like somebody cut it and spliced it in, because this feels like butt connectors. And if that's the case, then that might be why we're having issues. This thing probably wasn't working from day one. And for some reason, it looks like a 2-wire oxygen sensor, which I don't even know how that's supposed to work. So we're going to go ahead and get this taken off and pull this loom back, or not loom, but this electrical tape back, and see what is happening. So I think this might be why we're getting really shit gas mileage. So let's go ahead and get that thing taken off and see what happens. Yep, they spliced it in. My guess is they got the wiring wrong, and that's why the oxygen sensor is probably still not working. So I don't mind when people, I don't mind splicing stuff, okay? You can do it. Just make sure you do it right. I'm gonna have to splice this one in, and I mean, it is what it is, but I really was hoping I didn't have to do that. But again, it is what it is. We'll just have to make it work. I'm gonna have to find a wiring diagram that tells me what wires go to what, and then I'll just have to figure it out from there. So I'll do that next. Yeah, so this, okay, focus. This thing was pretty bad. I actually cleaned it off a little bit. It was clumped. It was completely clunked, like just clumped full of gunk. Like you can see it. That's bad. And it's NTK Japan. So I think somebody actually, obviously they replaced it. I wonder how long ago they replaced it, because this thing is really clumped up, and I'm wondering if this is our problem or this is just making our problem worse and we have a problem somewhere else. All I know is this is bad. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. I gotta figure out the wiring on this setup. We have 2 white wires, a gray and a black on this one, but our new one has 2 black wires, a white and a blue. So I gotta figure out what goes to what. It's very likely that they wired this in right. This was just really bad. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll just put it back the way it was. And the issue now is trying to figure out, I'm guessing the white wires are the same as the black wires on these because they're both the same. But is the gray the blue, or is the gray the white? And is the black the blue, or is the black the white? That's what we got to figure out now. Okay, guys. I did not film that because it was being a pain in the ass, but I'm just letting you know, I downloaded the wiring schematic for the oxygen sensor on All Data. That's basically what I did. And I was able to find the right wires that go to each. For those of you who are like, well, I don't have All Data. Well, All Data is actually not that hard to get. You don't have to be a certified mechanic. Just go on alldata.com, pay for a 1-month subscription if you want, or you can pay $50 for a full year. The 1 month for me was just $20. I'm just getting it for right now because I'm just trying to kind of get this done. I'm working on a budget here, so I probably will eventually pay for the full year. But for now, I was able to find what wire goes to what wire for the oxygen sensor. It's in place. I'm going to put a zip tie right here to keep the wire away from the cat, although this is empty. And then we're gonna go ahead and reset the computer and fire her up and see how she runs. Hopefully this will fix my gas mileage. All right, we got that done. We're gonna go ahead and reset the computer, and then after this we'll be installing the transfer case saver, but that will be on a separate video. So I'm gonna post a picture of the wiring schematics for my specific truck. So if y'all happen to have a 1994 or 1995, just know that they only have 1 oxygen sensor, which is kind of convenient because then you don't have to deal with anything else causing a check engine light. It's kind of a, for me, I feel like it's a good deal so that you have less sensors to worry about. For me, the less wiring, the better, but I do like having fuel injection. One thing that you can do to really drain the capacitors on the truck is, after you have pulled both cables off, touch them together. And what this will do is this will drain the capacitors and drain the computer of any memory You just hold it like this. Some people say for 30 seconds, some people say 15, some people say a whole minute. I do it 30 seconds. I feel like that's more than enough time. Once we get this done, we'll probably make a trip to VatoZone and pick up a new brake master cylinder so that we can have good working brakes. But yeah, so now we wait. Okay, battery is back on. See if my check engine light went away. Well, obviously it's gonna go away, but let's see if it stays away. We'll also know right away because the idle, it has like a bit of a misfire, and on top of that, it smells like raw fuel. You can always tell whenever you're like, it just smells like raw fuel. So let's see how she does now. Okay, that's new. Sounds good. Probably just need to let the computer learn it. We're gonna go ahead and cut her off because I don't want it to be too hot because we still gotta install the transfer case saver. So I'm gonna end this video and I will start a new video for the transfer case saver. At the end of this video, I'm gonna be posting the pictures of the wiring diagram for the oxygen sensor. Like I said, that's probably for 1994, 1995. I will say, one of the wires that I connected to the oxygen sensor does not match the wiring diagram. It's supposed to be a black and light brown, but it looks more like a black and violet. Now, I'm not gonna pull the transmission to check the wiring harness and make sure it's the right wire, but I'm gonna assume it is. So I just wanted to let you know that you guys know that all the wires on the diagram do match what the wiring harness has, except for the black and violet. That may just be my truck also. If yours completely matches, good for you. Mine doesn't. But I'm gonna just run it that way and see what it does and see how it runs. Hopefully my gas mileage will get a little bit better, but I will let you guys know in the next following days. I'm gonna try and keep y'all updated a little bit better. I know I was slacking these past couple months, just had a lot going on personally in my personal life. And y'all might actually see, there's a little something over there that I actually haven't talked to you guys about, but I'm gonna make a video on that whenever we get ready to talk about that over there. No. I see you trying to look. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video now. I will see you guys in the next video where we're installing this. Cool? All right, bye.